Hello, hello, ladies and gents. Hope you guys aren't punting too much money in MLB. I feel like I say this every time there's an off day, but we have an NBA game tomorrow. If you don't know who I am, my name is Shook. I make videos for NBA. I also do a bunch of other stuff, obviously. All these videos, they get posted on this Reddit. It's called DF Sports. I'll have a link to that below. You can ask me questions about the slate and stuff like that leading up to lock on like pivots and stuff like that, roster construction, pretty much anything you want, you can ask me on this Reddit. Username Shook. Definitely very important to check that out. And then if you ever need to get a hold of me privately, you can do so on Twitter at Tory Langley 1992 or Shook Go. And then we'll take a look at what my lineups have been from the last day or so and what I've been up to. But if you're interested in joining my Discord, it's premium, by the way. I forget to say that, but link to that would be down below. Where I have player pools going over each slate. I give you a core of 3 players to play for showdown slates, 4 for main slates, player pools, private videos, a whole bunch of other stuff, multiple sports, esports, NFL, Summer League coming up, NBA obviously, just a whole bunch of stuff that would be down below. And then, yeah, let's take a look at what I've been up to the last few days. So, CSGO, I binked to CSGO GPP. We've been absolutely crushing esports of late. It's absolutely insane how well we've been doing in esports. This was before there was a stat correction. We had 2 people in Discord binking the main GPP in CSGO, and then a stat correction. Fuck them. But we had someone else. This is from the other day. This is from the other day from Call of Duty. And then another CSGO bink right here. Or Call of Duty there. More Call of Duty here. So it's been phenomenal. So if you're into esports, yeah, it's been great. So binked a CSGO GPP. And then I binked a MLB GPP. So I keep telling you guys not to pump money in MLB, but I somehow get first in a tournament. Make it make sense to me. But we have people playing MLB all day. I don't personally cover MLB, but the help in chat is definitely helped me a ton. It's been awesome. So yeah, if you play MLB, we got people playing MLB. It's fucking crazy. CS:GO did, or NBA did not go well. I had another lineup, but it was Highsmith and Grant Williams over Duncan and Pritchard. I didn't have Caleb Martin. If you didn't have Caleb Martin at 40%, you did not cash. No matter what you did, you probably did not cash. So no, I did not have Caleb Martin, unfortunately, which I thought it was a really good play. I just did not find him in a lineup that I wanted, because I wanted Tatum, I wanted Butler, I wanted Derek White, and then salary was just not fitting all around there. So could not fit Caleb Martin, unfortunately. So let's go over the slate. So some key takeaways that we have to look at for this slate coming up is going to be Boston ran an extremely tight rotation. I expect them to do something similar. They basically ran 7 guys. You saw Bam Adebayo play 45 minutes. You saw Gabe Vincent play 41 minutes. You saw Caleb Martin play 40 minutes. You saw Kyle Lowry barely play. You saw Duncan and Strus basically split the full 48 outside of 3 minutes. Duncan was much better. He's a +8. Max Strus -12. If you want some Max Strus unders, maybe take some Max Strus unders, but I would probably just stay away from those 2 guys for props. But yeah, that was the takeaway from Miami. They played Gabe, they played Martin, just absolutely huge minutes. And then nothing really surprising from the Celtics. They've been sticking to what has been working. Obviously, Malcolm Brogdon was out, so I thought they would just run 7. But I thought if there was a chance that someone would be in the rotation, it would be Peyton Pritchard. But I was correct. I thought they would run 7. They ran 7 with Hauser playing a minute. So I expect them to probably run 7 again here. Even if Malcolm Brogdon's ruled in. Where's Malcolm Brogdon? I don't have Boston. Even if he's rolled in, I don't even think he's going to play. Could be a DNP, but we'll see. So let's go over the slate. We'll go over Miami first. So we have Gabe Vincent, questionable. I fully expect him to play here. I fully expect him to be full go as well. So with that being the case, we will go over it assuming that he was fine last game, played 40 freaking minutes. So same analysis as always. I'm going to want one of Jimmy Butler or Tatum or both. I prefer Tatum to Butler, especially at home. Boston's at home, so I always prefer the home guy, especially Tatum's just going to project a lot better. So that's why I also give the slight edge to Tatum. But both look great. He's going to stuff the stat sheet. He's probably going to play the full 48 minutes. Do or die here. Can't have history made on him. I don't see him leaving the court at all tomorrow. He's probably going to play 47, probably going to play 48. Butler looks phenomenal. I can't say the same about Tatum. I don't know if he'll play the full 48. He'll probably play like 42, 44. Butler will probably play a little bit more, but I prefer Tatum to Butler, but both look great. And then we have Bam Adebayo, who played 46 freaking minutes. Absolutely insane. I think it's the right thing. I think Spo should keep doing it, and I think he will. He's going to stuff the stat sheet. He has double-double upside. He's a really good defender, can get those block steals. Price came down. I think Bam's a very solid play. And it also helps, like, if you can't fit both Tatum and Butler, you can definitely get to one at Bam or Brown. I think optimizers might like that build a little bit more. I think that might be more of the optimal build, but yeah, I think Bam is a very solid play if he's going to play that many minutes. And then we have this like Caleb Martin at 7K is just unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. But he's not going to go for 15 rebounds again. I mean, he's been shooting the ball phenomenally, and if he's still in the starting lineup, which I expect him to still be in the starting lineup and play 40 minutes, you can't ignore him. Even at 7K, it's absolutely wild that we're talking about Caleb Martin, like, being this consistent, dropping this many fantasy. It's absolutely wild to me. But if you want to keep riding the hot streak with Caleb Martin, I would absolutely not hate you for it. I think we'll go a bit over owned, but don't expect 15 rebounds again. I don't know if everyone watched that game, but the rebounds were just like literally falling into his lap. So there's definitely going to be a bit of regression. I think he might be a little bit over-owned because of it. But if you want to keep riding the hot streak, plus he's going to play 40-plus minutes. I don't think he's a bad play at all. I think he's solid. And then we have Kyle Lowry, who's just going to be strictly tournament only for me. I think normally we probably get around 20 minutes from him. He's a good point per minute guy. Come play a bit more. If Gabe Vincent isn't feeling up to par, or if Gabe Vincent's struggling, they definitely could go to more Kyle Lowry. Definitely risky, some more of the tournament play. I think Gabe Vincent's just such the easier click over Kyle Lowry. I know Gabe Vincent's probably going to be one of the highest owned plays in the slate tomorrow, but I think it's good chalk, right? Played 41 minutes. Whenever you have a guy playing 40-plus minutes and he's 5,200 and he's over, like, I don't know what his rates are, but I want to say he's like 0.65, 0.7 fantasy points per minute with Tyler Hero off the court, it's going to be hard to ignore. So price came down. I don't know why. I think he stands out as one of the best plays in the mid-range on the slate or under 6K. So I really obviously like Gabe Vincent. Max Strus, Duncan Robinson, they're going to go with the hot hand. I have a feeling Duncan will be more popular than Strus, so I think Strus is a fine tournament pivot. I actually prefer Duncan, point per dollar, to Strus, but both are still just tournament-only plays for me. And then we have Kevin Love, who is a DMP last game. Can't go there, especially if he doesn't start. And then I was surprised by this. I was really, really shocked that Haywood Highsmith did not play at all. I was absolutely shocked by it. Absolutely shocked. They just played Gabe Vincent 42 minutes. And Gabe Vincent's improved with his on-ball defense and stuff like that, and that's what they really need. So if Gabe Vincent's going to play that much, I don't think they really need Highsmith out there. So, and then Zeller only played 2 minutes, so kind of hard to go there as well, especially in a Game 7. And I will say this. Role players, specifically speaking, do much worse on the road. So just keep that in mind. I'm not going to, like, use that in my building process, but like if someone like Caleb Martin's going to be like one of the highest owned plays in the slate, definitely having that road factor in, being on the road could help your decision maybe a tiny bit. I personally won't do it, but I thought I'd mention that role players on the road definitely is a thing, but I wouldn't take too much emphasis on that into building your lineups, but I thought I'd mention it. On to Boston. So Tatum is the best bet up on the slate for me. I won't be fading him again, or I never faded him, but I won't be fading him. Kind of had a floor game, shot the ball 30% from the field, still went for 60 fantasy points, had zero real life points in the second half. It's just what he's going to do, man. He's going to stuff the stat sheet. It's game 7. They're at home. He's going to play 44 minutes. He's going to project better than Butler. He's probably going to be more popular than Butler, but I think Tatum right now looks like the best spend up on the slate. I obviously really, really like Tatum. Jaylen Brown, Bam Adebayo. I always say I always say that I always prefer Jaylen Brown to Bam Adebayo, and he's outscored on most of the slates that I said that. If we're going to get 45 freaking minutes of Bam Adebayo, I think it's definitely a lot closer, because we're not going to get 45 out of Jaylen Brown. Right, we're probably going to get like 40 from him. So if Bam Adebayo is going to play like 5-6 extra minutes than Jaylen Brown, I think it's a lot closer. But I still think both are solid plays. Although I think after this game he might get more ownership, and he's been very, very bad in the playoffs. But I still think another solid play. If you're not getting to both Tatum and Butler, I definitely get to one of Brown or Bam. And then we have Marcus Smart at 7-8, who continues to go under-owned every slate. They need him out there to play 40-plus minutes. I like him quite a bit once again at 8K. I think he'll be under-owned tomorrow as well. Like, I'd rather play Marcus Smart over Caleb Martin, right? Especially if Marcus Smart's going to be much, much lower owned. I don't know if he will be. I would personally rather play Smart over Caleb. And then we have Al Horford at 6'6", who is another pivot off Caleb. If you want to go there, it's probably going to fail more often than not, but a fine tournament play for me. Usage been meh, but he will play 30-plus minutes. We'll probably stuff the stat sheet, get you some rebounds, a few assists. Yeah, no issue with Al Horford at that price. And then we have Derek White at 6'4", who has really, really earned this price tag. Played 42 minutes last game. I still think he's solid at 6'4". I wish he was a little bit cheaper, but I still think another solid play. I'd prefer getting up to Smart, but I think both are still pretty good, especially with Malcolm Brogdon basically being injured. And even if he's in tomorrow, I don't expect him to play much. So I think Derek White's still just going to play huge, huge minutes. So I still like Derek White. And then we have Bob Williams at 4'4", who I think gets 15 to 20 minutes. Another solid value to me. Like, I think I'd rather play Robert Williams over Grant Williams. 100%. I think I would. So I think Rob's definitely a solid play. And then we have Grant Williams at 3'4", who's continued to be a big part of this rotation. Shot 0-4 last game. Went for 6 fantasy points. Got to throw that game out the window. That will happen sometimes with Grant Williams. But if he's going to continue to play over 20 minutes, 3-4, he's another solid value play to me. I'd rather play Rob over him, but another pretty solid value play to me. And then, yeah, I think that's going to do it for the slate. Let's take a look at no house advantage for you guys. I don't know, I haven't looked yet, but we'll take a look at some props. I know you guys asked me to take a look because that Caleb Martin one was absolutely free the other day. So let's take a look. So I don't think they're going to have their projections or their props right for the minutes that they're about to play here. So the first one that I want to take a look at is going to be Bam Adebayo. Fantasy score. And this is just too low, especially with the minutes he's about to play in Game 7. 35.5, it's just too low. And then I want to take a look at Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, 50.5 fantasy score is also too low in my opinion. I like the over on both of those. And then I don't know if I have another, to be honest. I think Derek White fantasy score probably really good as well, especially if Malcolm Brogdon's out. But I don't expect Malcolm Brogdon to play much. I think Derek White over 28.5 fantasy score. If you want these, I think they're all very, very good picks. I haven't looked at sportsbooks odds, but off the top of my head, I think they're pretty solid. So, hope this video helped you guys out, and I will... oh, I forgot to show you guys. I had a full sweep. We full swept. Or no, that's not it. Full sweep. Full sweep the board. Yesterday. Let's go. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.